Hi, Elaine. Welcome. You had a brilliant presentation yesterday, and it was all about robots, which is kind of tomorrow and the day after tomorrow. Pushing the envelope at Danone. Could you, for everyone, for the entire audience, just briefly summarize what your main learnings were in that experiment?
Yeah, maybe I'll talk a little bit about the background, but the reason we actually embarked upon this initiative was because within Danone, in the Insights group, we're really trying to lean in this area of how we can leverage technology and digital data to get fresh new insights, try to become much more about understanding behaviors and how consumers actually express themselves versus asking them. So in this case, a key thing was around starting to develop that capability, as I said, and a fresh source of insights, right? So the key learnings from that was, number one, we learned a few things. We know a lot about health, as you said. I think yesterday we talked about it. We've done a lot of qual. We've done lots of semiotics work. But we learned a few new things, I guess. For example, we saw a lot of pictures of health where people were actually taking pictures of their face. And in the past, when we talk about health, we usually tend to think about the stomach or something else. And this is interesting. So you learn some new insights there. Or like I think what we shared yesterday was interesting. We never thought that people were making probiotic cocktails, but actually also expressing and showing in a very fun way. And I think when you talk about health these days, it doesn't have to be preachy. It can also be playful. It can be inspiring. And so those were just a couple of the learnings that we picked up from the study.
Any learnings on the experience with the robots itself? How did they do? They do better than humans?
Yeah, this is an interesting one because obviously the robots are actually modeled on humans. And what Cantor Consulting did was very interesting. So the robot, she's called Eva. And essentially what they've done is create an AI-driven machine, right? But it's developed in conjunction with semioticians. And so if you think about it, it's got a very human element to it. And what we found is it's true that the machine or the robot or the AI does a lot of the work in seeking out the patterns, but at the end of the day, it's actually the humans that are required to make the connections and tell the story that really made the difference. So, one of the topics of our paper was about this human versus machine debate. And, we were saying really it's not. It's about human and machine. At the end of the day, in insights and what we're trying to do in marketing and building brands is to really get deeper human insights. And the data and the machines just enables that.
Yeah, it's about amplifying intelligence rather than artificial intelligence, right? Another question. Did consumers know they were interviewed by bots or they were interacting with robots? And how did they feel about it? Were they comfortable or were they seeing it as a threat?
Yeah, that's an interesting. So firstly, nobody was actually interviewed. So we used data that was already existing.
For analysis.
Exactly, and as we discussed, are completely GDPR compliant, and so on. But we actually looked at visual pictures that were online, and actually from there, so not a single person was interviewed, which is very interesting as well. And I think for a lot of insights, people are in the research industry, it's a kind of a new leap into a new unknown, where actually you don't have to ask anybody for what they think because they're already saying it and they're already showing it online.
Great. Do you see any potential for robots in terms of interviewing and moderating and basically collecting data with people?
Absolutely. When you think about it, like chatbots, for example, and we use that a lot already. And I was just now I was inspired by another presentation that I saw. And thinking about how we can maybe digitalize some of our consumer connection programs where you can have these ongoing conversations with consumers where whether a chatbot is an interface or whether you use WhatsApp. So definitely I think so. And I think this is where, especially from an industry standpoint, research industry has a huge opportunity to pick up on this, whether it's robots like chatbots, but even I'll give you an example. We're looking at UNAs and we are saying, do we really need to still do a UNA the way we used to? What about if people were to wear a device like a Fitbit, which just kind of collected everything that they're doing? Or what if they filled in an online, like an app that captured it? Or what if they took pictures of their food and it coded naturally? So for sure, I think the whole digital area, it's really an opportunity for us in this industry.
Seamless data collection, if you want. Yeah. Absolutely. One more last question before we round up. You're on the program committee as Danone, if you want. So thank you for participating. But now that you're here at Congress too, and you're absorbing everything, what's your experience? How do you feel, and why should more clients be here?
No, I must say that it's been a really rich experience. as part of the committee, as a program chair, but also just being here, I think firstly just meeting with a lot of other clients as well. We all have the same kind of business challenges, and everybody is just so willing and open to share learnings. I think very much the DNA, honestly, of people in our industry. So that's been amazing. But secondly, also meeting up with suppliers that I've worked with for many years, and finally meeting new suppliers as well to bring in new capabilities in these areas, that I was talking about, agile tools, digital audiences. So it's been very fruitful. I'm really looking forward to the rest of it because we still have another day.
Yeah, we're just over halfway. Thank you very much, Elaine, for all your help at the program committee, for your paper, and hopefully see you soon. In fact, we have our client summit in December in the headquarters of PepsiCo, so hope to see you there with lots of your colleagues. Thank you.